Hey, what's up everybody? It's Rox and I'm coming to you today with a review for Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 6, Episode 9. I'm telling you I don't never know the episodes. Okay, well while I'm trying to figure out what the episode number is, I got my hair cut. It was just time, you guys. I've had that weave for 3 years. And I got to the point where I was just tired of looking like everybody else, like everybody on YouTube. All of even though I don't have a beauty channel, but I feel like we all have like the same look. It's the same hair. The only thing that made me feel a little different was the red hair, but even that is done and done and done and done. And you guys know I had my short haircut before I really started doing my videos, and so it was just time. So I just love it. Y'all, I think I'm so sassy. I know it make my nose look a little big. I don't look as young as I used to, but it's fine. I still can dig the sophisticated, mature look as opposed to just the old. When I had that bob, kind of, I was feeling, it wasn't really a bob. It was sort of like right here, and I was kind of just having that old, mom hair. So this hair I can do. I know that the bang in front of the eye is really gonna work on y'all nerves, but the style don't look right unless the shit is over one eye. Yeah, it's episode 9. So anyway, this episode was about the girls bonding, as your girl Nene was saying throughout the whole entire episode. I guess what they was really trying to do was get us to this point where we had the warm and fuzzy. Okay, the girls all trying to connect on whatever level. Did you get the warm and fuzzy? That's what I want to know. We're not going to talk about much. I know I say that every week, but really this week it wasn't much to talk about. So let's just major points of the show. Not going to go scene for scene like normal. Okay, so let's get to it, shall we? So the girls are all sitting at the table. Okay, and they're all kind of trying to recover from the disaster of their trip, when they went out last week's sightseeing. We had Candy and Kenya got into it on the way up there. So up until now, the trip has not been as successful as Nene would have liked it. Okay, ain't nobody bunding. It's morning time, it's breakfast, and everybody is just sitting around the table, and we're gonna try to just connect, not go nowhere, and everybody just sit there and talk about whatever. So a small talk around the table. First they get on the subject of phone sex, and Candy talking to Todd, Skyping him or whatever. Side note, does anybody think that it's strange that Monique feels comfortable to ask Candy about whether or not she had phone sex with Todd? It's not that I don't think that it's okay, because if I have a friendship with somebody and we just talking girl to girl, then I should be able to ask that. But the fact that Monique and Candy kind of has this tension, surrounding the husband, it was strange to me that she would even ask that. Like, bitch, why the fuck you want to know if I had phone sex with my man? She was like that the same with Phaedra. Like, she was really all over Phaedra after Phaedra had then read her. Then all of a sudden she wanted to be her best friend for, making sure she don't forget her breast pump and all of that. I was just like, now what is this with Monique? Anyways, then the subject jumps to Portia's miscarriage, and whatever. I'm not sympathetic to that, but just whatever. And then after we get from the miscarriage, then we move on to Cynthia's parenting skills. Cynthia's telling everybody about Noel's relationship, this new boyfriend that she got, and how it's working out for, she takes him out, and her and the mother, are friends, and this, that, and the other. And Nene, true to Nene's self, she's quite opinionated. She's kind of a little bit overbearing. She gives her opinion, how she thinks that it's not appropriate for Noel to be going on dates and such at this age. My opinion. Okay, now let me get on my soapbox, because y'all know I love giving my opinion. I know that I have said in the past that I agree with Nene in the fact that I felt like Noel was too young to be having boys over to the house and for her to be dating, assisted or not. Okay, that was really just my opinion. But the fact of the matter is, when you are a parent, you do shit. Whatever works best for you and your household is what you do. Okay, nobody can really tell you how you're supposed to be a fucking parent. For example, when my kids were in the 4th and 2nd grade, Joe was in the 4th and Jada was in the 2nd grade, I used to let them come home after school by themselves. Okay, and the bus basically dropped them off right in front of the our house, and they had a key. They went in, they turned the alarm on. They don't turn on no fucking fires, don't do shit. just sit there and wait for us to get home, turn on the TV, you know, you can heat you up something in the microwave, and that was it. And they were fine, okay? But a lot of people would think that that was terrible. And when I look back on it, maybe that wasn't the best, but it worked best for my family, okay? I don't know if I even would have done that in Los Angeles, but here in Georgia, here in Atlanta, the buses come straight to basically your house. So I felt that they were safe enough to do that. But like I said, some people won't do that. So that worked for us. Might not work for everybody. Same in this situation. If you feel that your daughter needs to have the outlet or needs to have the option of going out and being, more open, if this is going to make you be able to trust her more, or she's going to be able to open up to you more, and you know that this is going to keep you guys from, the kids from having to sneak and all that, then that is on you. Can't nobody tell you what to do. And then the fact that Nene is so opinionated, which she has her right to be, but let's not forget that, Bryce been on some fuck shit for like the last 4 or 5 years. Okay, so the fact that you have, maybe had a few failures as a parent, which many of us have, is never a smooth road, but the fact that you've had these issues in the past with your child should kind of make you want to fall back a little bit and not be so judgmental on what everybody else decides to do. Okay, and like Candy told her, maybe you just shouldn't, talk about nobody's kids. You should just stay off of that subject. Nene was like, well, she shouldn't come telling me that. And that's true. Sometimes you got to keep shit to yourself. Okay, especially when you have these friends that are extra opinionated. Sometimes they can agree with you, and then sometimes they can get on your fucking nerves because goddamn, okay, just because it's your way don't mean it's the right way. That whole scene, I was just like, oh Lord, Nene wasn't letting up. I wish she would have just been like, I'm sorry, that you're upset like that. I know I have my opinions and I can be strong with it, but she kind of took the easy route out, didn't really apologize or whatever. So I don't know. Just my point is, if you're gonna be a parent and do the best job you can do. Hope you don't turn out no fucked up kids, and that's really all you can do. So I'm out of my preachy mode, y'all. Y'all know I got to get on it every now and then. The whole scene with Cynthia, I was just like, girl, them hormones is fucking with you today, ain't they? Because, I felt like she was really overreacting. But, we do get into our feelings when people talk to us about our parents. Some things is just we are extra sensitive about it. Maybe that is her thing, okay? No, she was snot and, and all these bones and shit was poking out. And she had veins and shit in her forehead. I was like, girl, it's all right, Cynthia. You all right. You a good mama. Portia and Kenya was trying to console her, you guys, and I really had to get with myself and try to get a little bit more patience for Kenya kind of turning it on her and saying about her relationship with her mother, because we sometimes forget that Kenya is human, okay, because she's been on some bullshit for so long that we forget that, yeah, maybe she is affected by the fact that her and her mom didn't have a relationship. To me, that seems like a very horrible, place to be in life when you just don't have any kind of relationship with your mother, even if you haven't been able to find one as you've gotten older. And you guys know, let's admit that you did have a little pang in your heart when she said that that's why she doesn't want to have any little girls, because she just doesn't even want to be reminded of the relationship that she had with her mother. So, I do feel for Kenya, okay? And I'm just gonna go on and say it, and y'all know y'all did too. Quit being so fucking rough and tough and rough and tough with my afro pup. Hey, rock on with your bad self. Anyway, I even had some sympathy for Portia for her not being able to get this kid thing together and have babies. I guess I was just in a past giving kind of mood, y'all. Other than that, it wasn't even really that much more to talk about. Let's see, the drag show, that wasn't nothing. That was your average drag show. They had some old emaciated, 75-year-old drag queen. I guess that's the best that Savannah could offer. It was funny to me to see Nene drunk and kind of, really letting her guard down. Nene is a funny person to me when she's drunk, and they did put a little bit of that on the show. It was interesting to see like how the tides are going to turn with the relationship between Nene and Kenya. It has not happened on the show yet, but definitely in the one-on-one on the confessionals, you could see see where Kenya and Nene are about to fall out, because Kenya did say some old slick shit about how Nene is a drag queen and her makeup and she got an Adam's apple and this, that, and the other. Speaking of the makeup, you guys, Kenya's skin, I'm not even gonna talk about it, okay? Because the shit is fucked up, and I know that it's something that we can do with this makeup or something to get that together. I just can't take it no more. And then Nene, I know that we be chilling, okay? When just because we get money, don't mean that we got to be designer down and doing the most all the time. But I just wish Nene would get a stylist, y'all. I just wish that, because why did she think that Target dress was gonna be okay to go out for the night? Like, that's chilling around the house, running to the mall kind of dress. That ain't we fixing to go out tonight. And just because I got on some $2,000 shoes that I'm supposed to, you can't. I know we can, get the chic with the cheap and all of that, but I was just like, girl. And then what else? How did you guys feel about Portia feeling some kind of way about, not being there for the family anymore? I kind of feel like, I think that it is normal to miss your family, even in divorce. I mean, it's just all these emotions that you got to go through. Like Nene said, you be mad, you be sad, you be angry, you be resentful, you be, then you just kind of accept it. You go through all these changes. But in all of that, I'm sure you would still miss, even if it was fucked up, you would still kind of miss the fact that you have this family and you could call it your own. So, I understand how she feels, but it's hard for me to connect with her feeling a certain kind of way about this kid's sire. Is that his name? Was it Sire? Yeah, I think it was Sire. Because they never mentioned the boy at all last season. I mean, didn't say nothing. Well, they did say that Cordell had a kid, but they did not make it known that they had custody of the kid. So all of a sudden, this season, she's talking about how much she misses the son and everything, but it makes it hard for us to connect to it because it was just like, well, we ain't even heard of the nigga all last season, and then now you want us to be trying to connect and feel sorry. It kind of makes it feel like she's playing it up for the camera, but I don't think I really feel like that's what she's doing. But the other part of me is just like, well, it is hard to kind of feel sorry for her because they never talked about him last season. Y'all get that feeling a little bit, or is it just me? And then Kenya's attempt to talk to Phaedra again about this Apollo thing is just so asked and answered. Like, why does she feel like she needs to keep bringing it up? I thought everybody had agreed to let bygones be bygones and, agree to disagree, and that shit was it. Okay, so I was kind of glad that Phaedra just ignored her. She was like, bitch, I'd rather suck milk out my titty than sit here and talk to you about this goddamn Apollo issue again. And I don't know what Kenya thought she was going to get from that, but I was over it just like Phaedra. I'm sure you guys are too. And then that was it, you guys. I know they, when they was all sitting at the table talking, and then the flying cockroach came and kind of disrupted everything, and we had a good 10 minutes of them trying to get this bug and all of that, you guys. I'm going to tell you what, Roxanne is afraid of everything crawling. When we moved out here to Atlanta, it's some fucking bugs out here that you did not know that the good Lord Jesus Christ has even made. Okay, you didn't even know they was invented until you got your ass out here. I see all kind of weird ass shit. I've only seen like a few of those, a few of the little flying cockroaches, but I have seen, when we went to Waikiki back when I was graduating from high school, my parents and then my girlfriend Menina, her mother, they sent me and her to Waikiki for our graduation. I'm talking about two 17-year-old girls on an island by themselves for 7 whole days. I mean, we had a fucking blast. But I can remember them goddamn big ass cockroaches. I mean, they were big, like the size of a goddamn iPhone or something. They would just be flying all around and landing all on shit. And one time, one landed on my girlfriend Menina's shoulder. We was going to a luau, and it landed on her shoulder, and I was trying to tell her, and boy, I'm telling you guys, the fucking histrionics that went down when she was trying to get that thing, the shit wouldn't even fly off. It was just holding on. She was like, ah! Ah! It was so funny. So I would have been just like them on the show yesterday, because that shit, I'm telling you, don't throw no bug on me. Don't act like it's one on me. Don't be sitting there just looking like it's something on you. Like, say what the fuck it is. Don't be like, girl, it's right here, right here. What is right there? Fixing to have a goddamn damn heart attack. But anyway, that was just pretty much it. We had a little kumbaya moment at the end, and I guess Nene felt that she needs to let Portia know that Portia's not really a good friend. She don't answer the phone. She don't text back, this, that, and the other. Kenya. Portia apologizes, we all hug it out. Everybody is loving up on each other, this, that, and the other. We already know that shit is not gonna last. But for now, I guess. Alright, y'all, that's it. I want you guys to remember to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is for itsrox, and everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. Alright, so I hope that you guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Until next time, Roxstars. Bye.